Good morning, boys and girls. Hope everybody is well. We are going to continue with the Northeast region. Last week, we showed a quick video on the Northeast region, and well, actually on all of the regions, kind of an overview. And we are still going to be focusing on the Northeast region today and then starting with the Southeast region. I hope that you completed this, but if you did not, that is okay. When you complete this whole Northeast region student packet, I would like you to share it with your teacher so she can make sure that you are completing all of this because there will be a final test at the end of the school year. So, number 1 is Maine, Augusta. You go to 1, Maine, Augusta. Number 2, New Hampshire, capital Concord. 3, Vermont, Montpelier. 4, Boston, Massachusetts. 5 is Rhode Island, Providence. 6 is Connecticut, Hartford. 7, big state, New York, Albany is the capital. 8, New Jersey, Trenton. 9, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. 10 is Delaware, Dover. And 11 is Maryland, Annapolis. Moving on, the Northeast region, we went through all of this together. We answered either true or false, and then you got the right answer, and we read it together on land and water. And then we answered these questions. Now, if you did not complete all of these, you can either go back on your own and reread them and complete the sentences or the questions with the sentence, or you can re-listen to this video after. All right, here we go. The climate. We're going to start with the climate. The Northeast region is about halfway between the North Pole and the equator. Before our little pretest, true or false, just like last time. The climate is very cold in the Northeast region all year long. Is that true or false? We'll come back to that. Here is the climate. The Northeast region is about halfway between the North Pole and the equator. So the climate is very different throughout the year, with 4 distinct seasons ranging from warm, sunny summer months to bitterly cold winter months. Sounds like us. Winters in the Northeast are long and cold, with many snowstorms. One kind of snowstorm, called a northeaster, can bring a foot of snow at one time. During the cold winter months, Lake Erie may freeze over completely. That's one of the Great Lakes. The climate affects the people, animals, and plants that live there. People have to cope with cold winters. Animal food supplies change with the seasons. Squirrels bury nuts to dig up in the winter. Bears and other animals hibernate. They sleep for up to 100 days. Trees like maple and oaks drop their leaves each winter to survive the lack of water. So number 1, how does the climate of the Northeast affect the people, animals, and plants that live there? So I went back and I found it in the second paragraph and I wrote a sentence to answer that. People have to cope with cold winters. Animal food supplies change. Some animals hibernate. And then the maple and oak trees drop their leaves. What is a northeastern? And that was right at the beginning where it talks about, kind of in the middle of the first paragraph, a northeastern is a severe storm that brings over a foot of snow. Can you imagine? Going back to answer our question, the Northeast region is about halfway between the North Pole and the equator. That is true. The climate is very cold in the Northeast region all year long. That is false. There's 4 seasons. Now we're going to products and natural resources. The Northeast region has very few forests. True or false? The Northeast region has many rivers and waterfalls. True or false? The soil in parts of the Northeast is very rocky. True or false? Then we go and we will read this together and answer the questions together, and the rest you'll be doing on your own. As water flows out of Lake Erie into Lake Ontario, it flows over Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is a 160-foot tall waterfall, the second largest waterfall in the world on the border between the United States and Canada. Products and natural resources. The northeastern region has many forests and logging, an important industry there. Trees are cut down to make houses, paper, furniture, and fuel. Vermont is known throughout the world for its delicious maple syrup produced from the sap of sugar maple trees. Some of the resources of the Northeast came from underground, like granite, marble, and coal. Granite and marble are used to make buildings. Vermont has the largest granite quarries in the world. The soil in parts of the Northeast region is rocky and the growing season is short, but some fruits and vegetables are grown in the Northeast. Farmers grow blueberries and potatoes. Other farms produce chicken, milk from dairy cows, and flowers. Cranberries are grown in sandy marshes in the Northeast region. Massachusetts is called the cranberry capital of America because it produces nearly 2 million barrels of cranberries a year, which are used to make juice and cranberry sauce. The Northeast region has many rivers and waterfalls. This was very important in the growth of the region because the power produced by the running water made it possible for people to build mills or factories. By using water-driven power, people could run machines and make things much faster than people could at home by hand. Today, factories use other sources of power instead of water power, but the Northeast region continues to be an important manufacturing center in the United States. Iron, glass, steel, and many chemicals such as shampoos, paints, and medicines are manufactured in the Northeast. The Atlantic Ocean is an important resource for fish, lobsters, and shellfish. Once these shellfish are caught, they are shipped to food stores and restaurants all over the country. Fish farming is called aquaculture. Ooh, there's our Latin Greek words. Fish, which means aqua, remember? Water. Fish are raised on farms and are sold in stores and restaurants as food. This helps protect the population of fish that are born in natural environments. Then you can read a little bit more about the cranberries in that photo and a little bit more about the lobsters on your own. Then we're going to answer the questions, and you might have to go back to the articles to find the evidence. What kind of foods are grown in the Northeast region? Blueberries, potatoes, chicken, milk, cranberries, and fish are some foods that are grown in the Northeast region. What is aquaculture? Aquaculture is the practice of raising fish on farms so that fish can be sold for food. Why are rivers and waterfalls important to the Northeast region? If you forgot, you can go back. But this is what I found. Rivers and waterfalls are important to the Northeast region because the running water is used to produce power. The power is used to run machines and mills and factories. Having a good source of power made it possible for the Northeast to become a manufacturing center. Here's the landmarks. True or false? Many tourists visit the Northeast region just to see the brightly colored fall leaves. True or false? Mark yours in. New York City is the largest city in the United States. True or false? And I'm going to tell you right now, even though you'd find it out in your reading, many tourists do go, that's true, to the region to see the brightly colored fall leaves. And New York City is the largest city in the United States. That is true. So now you can read about these landmarks on your own. Then you get to pick which landmark you'd like to visit and why would you like to visit that. Can't wait to see it. Then culture. True or false? Basketball and baseball were invented in the Northeast region. True or false? Then the next one is people in the Northeast region eat more ice cream per person than in any other region of the United States. Do you think that's true or false? And I'm going to let you know it is Basketball and baseball were invented in the Northeast region. False. And it is true that the Northeast region is where people eat the most ice cream. I never would have thought of that just because it's so cold. You're going to read a little bit about food and fun in the Northeast region and the people. And then you get to answer these questions on your own. I know you can find the evidence. All right, when you're done, please send these in to your teacher for her to look them over. Thank you. And you all have an awesome day.